car's value decreases as the car gets older. For tax purposes, the value of the car is calculated by using a linear relationship. A particular car is worth $21,000 when it is 1 year old and $8,000 when it is 5 years old. Part A asks us to find the equation of the line that gives the value of the car in dollars when it is t years old. So we want the value as the output, as sort of the y of the equation, where t is the x of the equation. And since we're told we want a line, so then, and we were told earlier we want a linear relationship, what that means is we can use the model v equals mt plus b. Now, let's write two ordered pairs. So we think of our ordered pairs here as t comma v. Time is the input, value is the output. So our ordered pairs would be 1, 21,000, and 5, 8,000. To find the slope, m would equal 8,000 minus 21,000 over 5 minus 1. So that would give us negative 13,000 over 4. Now, let's reduce this to just maybe a decimal number. So 13,000 divided by 4, that's negative 3,250. So we have the slope, and so now we can make our first revision and write v equals negative 3,250t plus b. Let us now solve for b using one of the points. So I'm going to use the first point in this case. I'm going to use the point 1, 21,000. So then 21,000 would equal negative 3,250 times 1 plus b. So then 21,000 would equal negative 3,250 plus b. And adding 3,250 to both sides of this equation, I find that b is equal to 24,250. So now I can revise my model again, and we have then v, the value of the car, is given as negative 3,250 t plus 24,250. Interpret the slope of this equation. All right, so what's happening here? And maybe it might be helpful to think of the units on the numbers. So let's kind of go back to the slope and throw in some units here. The 8,000 and the 21,000, those were dollars. The 5 and the 1, those were years. So then the units on the slope are dollars per year. So now what's happening in this situation? Well, the v is increasing or decreasing. The value is increasing or decreasing, the output, however you want to think of it. Well, it's decreasing, right? We have a negative slope, so decreasing. So here's how I might interpret the slope. The value of the car is decreasing at a rate of 3,250 dollars per year. Find and interpret the intercepts of the equation. All right, so the equation again was v equals negative 3,250t plus 24,250. So first, let's find the V intercept. Well, to find the V intercept, we could just read that off the equation. The V intercept is 0, 24,250. So that means, well, year 0, when the car is 0 years old. Well, we don't usually say that. We don't say the car is 0 years old. We say a brand new car. Okay, so the brand new car had a value of $24,250. To find the T intercept, we let V equal 0. So then we would have 0 equals negative 3,250t plus 24,250. And so let's solve for t. I will subtract the 24,250. So we now have what? Negative 24,250 is equal to negative 3,250t. And now I'll divide through by the negative 3,250. All right, and going through this arithmetic, I'm going to use a calculator real quick. Negative 24,250, divide that by negative 3,250. That gives me 7.46. So now an interpretation. So what is this? If we think of this as an ordered pair, this tells me that we have about 7.5 comma 0. That's the T intercept. So I just rounded again, just 7.5 instead of 7.46. So an interpretation might be after about 7.5 years, the car has no value for tax purposes. Find V when t equals 3. Interpret the solution in the context of the value of the car. All right, so if t equals 3, then V would equal negative 3,250 times 3 plus 24,250. And so that would be what? Negative 9,750 plus 24,250. And going through that calculation would give me 14,500. All right, so in the context of the problem then, we could say after 3 years, the car has a value of $14,500 for tax purposes.